know that there's really any science behind it because it's not stated in your book that you have to use either side on either part of your hand, okay? Preferred is bristle sides on your fingers and your hands. And then if you want to switch over to the brush or to the sponge, you can. For me, the bristles are too abrasive on my arms. I don't like it. But it's a personal choice. If you want to do all bristles, I think Gilbert does all bristles, go for it. Just seems a little abrasive to me, but that's fine. So whatever you want to do. So you put this under running water, you squeeze it, get it wet, and then what?
2010.
Begin scrubbing the first hand by placing the fingertips together and scrubbing all of the nails and keyholes.
Can you tell them what 2010 means?
The 2010 rule is 20 on the fingertips, 20 on the fingernails, the tips area, and then 10 on the fingers and everywhere else.
So what he's telling you is when we do 20 circles on our fingertips, not 20 seconds, just count 20 circles, okay? Then when you move on to your fingers, it's 10, and everywhere else it's 10. So we call it the 20-10 method, so it's easier for you guys to remember, okay? So when you're here, we just did 20 here. Now we're gonna go on to our fingers, so you're always working your way down. So on our fingers, we have 4 planes, front, side, back, side. Up and down is 1, and you do that for 10, and you do that on all 4 planes. So essentially you're scrubbing your finger a total of 40 times each. Okay, I know it seems like a lot, but that's what we gotta do. So up, down is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Everybody understand the 4-plane? Best way that it was ever described to me was imagine your fingers are Jenga blocks.
So I want you guys to pay attention because that next step tells you you have to scrub in like the subungual space. Or not the subungual, in the web spaces. When you get the sides of your fingers here and then you move on to your next one, you're getting that. So you don't have to like isolate it and go back and just do the webs. Getting your fingers is good, okay? So we're doing this, we're going for 10, 10, 10. If you ever feel like you need more water, go for it. I like sloppy scrubs, so the more the merrier. Which way are my fingernails pointing? Always. This is the hardest part for students, so I just like to really point it out more and more. Do you guys notice I'm only scrubbing my fingers? I'm not like taking it down to my hand.
Yeah.
Keep everything really separate. Okay, once I'm done with my fingers, where do I go?
To the palms
hand.
and the back of the hand.
10 circles. Doesn't matter if you start front or back, just get there. 10. Now, I'm just going to show you guys just to illustrate it, but you don't do this part. I'm just showing you so you see. You're going to split your arm into 3 different sections. So I kind of just use the length of the scrub brush. 1, 2, 3. That takes you to about 2 inches above your elbow, right? So don't do that part, just visualize it, but I do it just so you guys can visualize it. So now I'm switching to the sponge side, okay? And I'm gonna keep my sections really small. So what I mean by that is when you're scrubbing here, I don't wanna see big giant circles like this. What kind of flora lives on our arms and our hands and our body?
Bacteria.
Bioburden's more surgical. You have 2 types of flora. One that lives on your skin all the time, and the resident, so it's not harmful. And then one that we're trying to reduce to a minimum, which is transient, right? Okay. So when you're doing this, you're disrupting the flora in different sections,
Right.
right? So you're gonna keep your sections really tight and really small, so that whatever flora lives here is here. Whatever flora lives here and whatever flora lives here, it all stays put. Okay? Make sense? All right. So I get my sponge wet again. Go for 10. Do you guys notice I'm bending the further I go down my arm? Why? I would touch the wall, so that would be bad because I have to start over. Are we getting ready to be sterile in our gown and gloves?
Yes.
So we have to start thinking of that sterile field again, huh? So is it okay if I'm scrubbing like this?
Nope.
Right? Because we don't want to get into that habit. We want to start thinking of our sterile fields. So here, 10, for 10, for 10. Get it wet so you can do it on the other arm. So let's do this one without pausing.
Do we get to pick like fun?
Yep. You sure do. Do you guys notice that I'm moving my hand so I can see the sides? You don't have to keep it all one direction. You just have to keep your fingers pointing up.
Gravity is your friend. All that soap is going down towards her elbow. Everything she's breaking up and releasing right now, slowly starting to work its way down before she even rinsed.
Oh man! Look what's happening here. Look at this. Look at this. What are you guys? What are you guys doing? Huh? Throwing books all over the. And this guy's just like, hey. Thank you. It's all going on YouTube. I have when she did the tray or the flipping. I put that on there.
Throw this away. What do I do next? What hand do I rinse first?
The hand closest to the trap, or closest to the trap, right? Furthest.
The one I scrubbed first. Why?
Because it's already starting to dry.
Contact time. Whatever time it took for me to scrub this hand has had time for the soap to do what it needs to do. So contact time. I don't want to just immediately wipe this one off. Okay? So rinse. Go in. Get all that soap off. You can go slow. Up. You're done. Okay? So, I want you guys, where'd the paper towels go? I want you guys to start practicing. Obviously, you wouldn't dry off like this either. You'd go straight into your OR, but we haven't gotten there yet. So for now, you guys will just dry off like normal.